It was 2:11 a.m. when the motion sensor light in the east hallway turned on by itself. I knew because I saw it on the monitor, the same way I saw everything. Or at least, everything I was supposed to. My name's Elliot Granger, and for 6 years, I've worked as the night janitor at Briarwood High, a school that shouldn't even need one. After 9 p.m., it's empty, silent, still, like a body that's forgotten to breathe. But the district insists on overnight maintenance, mostly because of the so-called break-ins. That's what they called them. Only thing is, in 6 years, I never saw a single person break in. Until that night. The school is old, 1950s concrete, yellowing paint, the kind of fluorescent lights that hum just enough to drive you half insane. Every hallway smells like dust and sanitizer. I'd start at the gym, mop my way down, check the doors, and finally watch the cameras in the office until 3 a.m., when my shift ended. Routine. Safe. Predictable. That night, the monitors flickered at 2:11. Camera 6, East Hallway. Motion detected. I leaned closer. A pale light shimmered across the frame, almost like someone's reflection, except there was no one to reflect. The hall was empty, the lockers dull and gray, except for one, locker 137, slightly open. I frowned. I'd just closed it earlier. Static buzzed. The feed glitched for half a second, and then, faintly, through the microphone feed, came a metallic tapping. Tap, tap, tap. It sounded like a pencil striking a locker door. 3 sharp hits. Then silence. I grabbed my flashlight and headed toward East Hall. The sound of my boots echoed in the emptiness. The air felt heavy, thicker somehow, like walking underwater. The hall was just as the camera showed, empty. But locker 137 stood slightly ajar. I reached out and pulled it open. Nothing inside. Just an old notebook, edges yellow, initials carved into the cover, AM. As I touched it, the hall lights flickered once, twice, and the intercom crackled to life. Mr. Granger, report to room 108. My blood ran cold. The intercom system had been disconnected years ago. I knew because I'd helped unplug it. Still, the voice was clear, too clear. Female. Young. I turned my flashlight toward the end of the hall. Room 108 was at the far corner. The door creaked when I opened it. Inside, desks sat in neat rows, chalk dust frozen midair. The board still had half-erased equations from a decade ago. And on the teacher's desk, the notebook from locker 137. Except I'd left it behind. I froze, staring at it, my breath catching in my throat. Someone had placed it there. When I opened it, the pages were filled with shaky handwriting. He doesn't leave. He stays even after the bell. He watches from the mirrors. And then, the last line. If you see this, don't look behind you. Every instinct screamed to look. I did. The hallway behind me was empty. But the reflection in the glass door wasn't. Someone was standing just behind me, tall, dark, head tilted slightly, like they were studying me. I spun around. No one. When I turned back to the reflection, the figure was gone, replaced by my own wide-eyed stare. Back in the office, I replayed the footage. Camera 6 showed me walking to locker 137. Then static. Then, me again, walking back. Only, in the video, someone followed behind me. A shadow moving half a second out of sync, barely visible, like it was attached to me, but delayed. Frame by frame, I could see it closer. And when it finally turned toward the camera, I realized. It was me. Same uniform. Same build. But its face, completely blank. Like someone wiped it clean. At 3:02 a.m., I heard the voice again. This time, it wasn't through the intercom. It came from the hallway. You left something behind. The words were quiet, almost kind. I turned off the monitor and grabbed my flashlight. My hand shook, but I walked anyway. The east hallway seemed longer this time, stretching endlessly, the hum of the lights louder than usual. Halfway down, I stopped. The notebook lay on the floor again, open. A new message was written inside. Finish what he started. Before I could process it, a door slammed down the hall. Room 108 again. When I looked up, something stood in the doorway. Not moving, just watching. I called the principal the next morning, asked if anyone with the initials AM ever attended Briarwood. She hesitated, then said quietly, "That would be Allison Moore. She disappeared in 1998. Last seen after detention, in room 108. Apparently, she stayed late often, doing extra credit with a teacher named Harold Finch. He was the janitor before me. No one ever found her body. They said Finch quit 2 days after she vanished. Said he couldn't handle the guilt. I checked the old logs. His last recorded shift, February 12, 1998. 2:11 a.m. Same time the lights turned on for me. I quit the next day. But every now and then, when I drive past Briarwood High late at night, I still see that faint glow in the east hallway. Sometimes, I think I even see myself in the window. But the reflection doesn't move when I do. Subscribe for more chilling tales.